retesting and holding in this case is that we have a true demand area. We have a true demand area. So what was going on inside of a true demand area? So what we can see is we can see a few things, right? We can see aggressive sellers, right? Let me spell that right. We can see aggressive sellers failing, right? So we see a failure of aggressive sellers, and we can see that because the bid is a lot greater than the ask. Right, so that's what we see kind of over here in this region. We can see 77 for 0, and we can also see 195 for 15. So we are seeing a negative delta. We are seeing the sellers being absorbed. This here is an absorption. So when you're trading a fair value gap, a demand area, right, what you're looking for is you're looking for sellers to be absorbed in this region, right? This is how a break and retest actually works, right? For you to see higher prices, you're looking for an absorption of sellers, primarily at a 15-minute fair value gap. Also filling in a 1-minute fair value gap adds confirmation to your entry. So if we just continue to play price on, we can see our second retest coming into this 15-minute fair value gap. Now we want to understand what's going on over here for us to take this market long. So what's going on inside of this region? This is now the second official retest. So let's kind of bring up our footprint charts at ATAS again and see what was going on. Here's our first initial rejection, right? So what we're seeing is we are seeing this. We are seeing 210 for 90. We're seeing 192 for 32. So we're seeing a huge amount of aggressive sellers compared to the aggressive buyers. This is over a 2x difference. This is over, I think, a 5, 6, 7x difference, right? So we are seeing a large number of aggressive sellers. So we've seen a rejection over here. So already we know that the market is actually in control. Buyers, right? Buyers are in control, right? The reason we know that is because we see an absorption of aggressive sellers, which means by default, passive sellers are in control, right? So the only reason a fair value gap holds, the only reason a breaker or a demand area holds is because we see passive buyers in control of the market. Now, these passive buyers prop up over here, right? The reason why is because we can see price rejecting and heading higher. So this could be your first